Welcome back. Your time is 5:13 on this Monday morning. Temperatures are in the 70s here on the final day of June. So we're about to move into July, and this is exactly where we should be this time of the year. Of course, the humidity high, and as we get into your afternoon, we're going to climb into the upper 80s to lower 90s here in the valley, mid 80s along the Cumberland Plateau. We're going to have quite a bit of cloud cover popping up later on. So yeah, it'll get hot initially, but as those storms start to fire up, some of you will get a pretty nice cool down out there. Here's a look outside, looking to the north over downtown Chattanooga. All is quiet out there, so if you're about to step out the door here, things are looking good weather-wise. Could be a few areas of fog and a little bit of cloud cover moving in from the north, but eventually we're going to have a front come through tomorrow, and after tomorrow we are trending much drier as we close out the week, but not today. We're going to have those storm chances firing up after lunchtime and continuing on and off throughout the afternoon and evening. Now, much like yesterday, not every single person will get rain today, but those who do could get some localized flooding like we had yesterday, the day before, and even on Friday with the slow storm motion once again today. So today, tomorrow, we're going to get those summer storms between lunchtime and 8 p.m. every day, and there will be that chance for localized flooding. Overall threat for severe weather not going to be high, but any given day in the summertime, even if the storm doesn't hit severe limits, we're still talking a lot of lightning, heavy rain, and gusty winds. So just be mindful of that and have that Local 3 weather app downloaded. Storms start to fire up around, I'd say, lunchtime. The higher elevations drifting into the valley throughout the late afternoon and evening. Again, coverage not going to be overwhelmingly high at any given point, but there's a pretty good chance you see at least a few raindrops. Tonight, things fade away, and then tomorrow we're going to have that front coming through probably pretty early in the afternoon, and that's going to spark a whole new wave of some showers and storms. Storm motion tomorrow a little bit quicker as the upper level wind profile starts to strengthen. That's good news for the flooding concern, and then by the evening hours things start to fade away. So don't get too caught up in these amounts here. Just know that there's going to be pockets of heavy rain where you see those yellows and greens. Again, not everyone gets it, but it's the summertime, so some of you may get some really heavy rain, some just a couple drops here and there. That's just our summertime pattern. Now turning our attention to the tropics. Yes, we do have a little bit of mischief down there. Over the next 7 days, there's about a 20% chance of development from really the Gulf all the way into the Atlantic, just off the Carolina coastline. So we'll have to watch this area pretty closely. Also going to dump some really heavy rain. So if you have any plans for the Florida Panhandle, the Peninsula, the Carolinas, just know they're going to get a ton of rain here over the next 7 days. I'll show those rainfall graphics coming up here in the next half hour, so stay tuned for that. Here's a look at the temperature profile. Next 6 to 10 days, warmer than normal, looking pretty likely. And heading into the 4th of July, yeah, we're back into the mid 90s. Going to be hot, about 5 degrees above normal, with the heat index climbing pretty close to 100 degrees as we move into the 4th of July weekend. So if you got any big plans, I have good news. We're not going to have any fireworks from Mother Nature, meaning we're not going to see any storms heading into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I know there's a lot of plans already being worked out, Paul, and it's looking nice and dry as we coast right into the 4th of July.
Yeah, I mean, fireworks, no issues. It looks like Friday, Saturday.
Plus, you got the grill out, so those are looking good. Really, the only thing you need to do is stay cool.
All right, can do. Thank you, Clay.
Easy.